Friends, this week I will receive two more of its own who died in defense of our nation. This follows on a trip that many of us had to Dover earlier this year to receive two Iowa guardsmen who were serving in CENTCOM, killed by terrorists, and had the opportunity with the Iowa National Guard, a unit in which I have served, to be able to take action and eliminate that threat through Operation Hawkeye Strike. The brave actions of our men and women in uniform, whether it's in the Department of Defense or the Department of Homeland Security, is a direct reflection of the commitment that young people across our country are doing to protect all of us. As is noted, less than 1% will put on that uniform, but they will defend the 100% here on the home front. I want to share the names of Sergeant Deacon Cody. Cody was 20 years old. He followed a pathway that was very similar to my own. We both went to Drake University. We both wanted to serve our country. This young man actually was ahead of me in line. He was already a staff sergeant at age 20. With his family's blessing, he went to go serve in the Middle East. And he was serving with the detachment out of Des Moines, the 103rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command. There he was joined by his major, Jeffrey R. O'Brien, from Waukee, also growing up in Indianola, Iowa. He was a senior NC officer who had dedicated decades of his life to answering the call and mentoring young troops. This week they will come home with a flag not flying over their home, but draped over their coffin. The reflection of 6 KIA are a reflection of the ultimate sacrifice put forward to defend this nation. But they're also accompanied by 9 wounded in action. We spent most of the day on the phone yesterday with the spouses, with the families, with the kids, as they were evacuated from Kuwait under a barrage of Iranian weapon systems. I'm happy to report that they are now safe in Germany, waiting for their family. Their wounds are still under assessment, and I won't make any comment on their health or their final diagnosis until the families are with them. But I will say this, that the toll that's being taken, not just on those serving on the front line, but on the simple fact of trying to get Americans back into country, 17,000 of which have been done so bravely by our State Department and our Homeland Security, as well as the families just trying to get on a plane today, they'll pass by another group of individuals in uniform, our TSA agents. The same TSA agents who I awarded just 30 days ago a distinguished medal for their longest shutdown without pay. Frontline members of our security apparatus, protecting all of us, who now are facing no pay again. And while they're joined by brave sailors from the Coast Guard, members of FEMA, thousands and hundreds of thousands of individuals who are paid under the DHS budget, tragically, my colleagues on the other side have seen fit to continue this shutdown that deprives not only national security, not only the pay for these individuals, but makes it hard for a family member to be able to visit a wounded veteran in a time of crisis like this. Americans know it doesn't need to be this way. I'm proud of our leadership for continuing to fight forward, to recognize that we should fully fund our government, something that's not been done in the appropriate way since 1993, but most importantly, that we defend the things that matter, our nation. So for that 1% of Americans wearing the uniform, whether overseas or at home, not only do we thank you, we have an obligation to you. I'm proud to say that this team is standing up to do the right thing in the same way that you have. And as a combat veteran like so many on this stage who have flown these operations in the Middle East, our security at home starts with our security overseas. But the most important security is the one that takes all of us into account, including our families, right here on the home front.